What is up, RAD Potential YouTube, and welcome to the last video of 2022. It has been a crazy year. The amount of things we've accomplished, cars we've built, everything that we have done here at the RAD Ranch. And I am stoked to present you guys with this kind of, not really a highlight reel, but a couple seconds, couple minutes documenting each of the huge projects that we've taken on this year. And none of this stuff, none of the YouTube, none of the Patreon would be possible without you guys. I want to thank all of you for not only watching the videos, but asking questions, pushing me to share my knowledge with you guys. That's the whole point of this, and to share the experiences and to hopefully inspire you guys to not only get out and drive your cars, but sit down and learn something, because that's what this is all about, learning stuff about your cars and figuring out how you like to do it. And what better way to share that than to put together summation video of the year. So stick around at the end of the video. We're going to go over some stuff, some plans for next year, and I am super stoked. Don't worry, we've doubled in size this year. We're going to double in size again, if not more, and the content that I've got planned for the year coming is going to be epic. So enjoy some highlights from the year. I'll see you back in a minute. We have a choke now. RAD Potential trick of the trade. Keep a racing beat road race header in your truck so that you can put it on as a choke. The bring a trailer walk around video, i.e. the rally car is done. Got a fresh badge on there for you. Now you might ask, and I'm going to tell you, this is the most un-GSLSE GSL-SE that exists. In 2016 the car got rolled, and I'll try to find a picture of it. I actually have one of when this thing got rolled in a rally. This is a historic race car, okay? When it got rolled, it had to get a new roof put on. And when it got a new roof put on, you're gonna put a slick top roof on it. So it has a slick top roof. The back glass got replaced with the wiperless one. In that same roll, the front end was damaged a bit. This has all been pulled back out, okay, the left side here. And I think that the front clip has been replaced once. I can see some spot welds through here where it looks like, in a weld in the frame rail, what it looks like in front of the strut towers has been put back on. And that's not abnormal for a rally car. Okay, guys, this thing has been raced. The logbook goes back to '89, and this car was built to replace that logbooked car in the 90s. Okay, and we'll get to the history after we get done talking about the un-GSLSE-ness, because it is loud, it doesn't have any insulation, but it sounds pretty good. Nice and crispy. All right, 720. Car's loaded in the trailer.
This car has come a long way. I've had it since 2015, right out of high school. So to actually like get to this point where it runs and drives, and then of course it has that. That clutch stop. See that fin?
Holy, this is way faster than any first gen needs to be.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
and it's not that.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah. I'm a really bad passenger too. But like, we did a pull right there in my Corvette. It's definitely like faster speed wise than we were just going. But this car just feels way sketchier at that speed.
It is sketchy.
There's no weight to it. Whew. It's an RX-8. It needs an engine. Currently low compression on the front, and I scored this lovely engine, which you might have seen featured in one of my other videos talking about junkyard engines, from somebody who literally exploded his clutch, and it broke the engine. So it broke the rear iron here, it broke the rear iron here, it messed up his transmission, and of course, RX-8 cheap, he parted out his car. My Prius is running. Can't even hear it. We're getting rid of this, every bit of 50 pounds. So I don't think this is gonna break sound. It's quiet, but probably just woke up the whole valley with that one. It's kind of midnight. Drove the car pretty hard, and with it untuned, detonation, broke stuff. The failure point of this car was a broken side seal right here. See the chunk missing? And 2 broken corner seals. I didn't realize I had 2 broken ones, but I do have 2. Nice smooth surface, not all the way through the coating, and it just cleans it up. Takes the grooves out, and you can see some of them in there a little bit. Alright guys, I'm close to 31, 32 thou of in play, which is not ideal. And if it's super late at night like this, I'm calling it a night. So, what did we accomplish today? We got the engine dressed up, we got the oil pan, front cover, all the front stuff on. Okay, because I actually want to go to Cars and Coffee, I'm going to take the rotary truck off. It's not the good one. This is the one that I don't have a tool to fix, because that takes an hour to get. Hey, Richard's saving the day with a toolbox. Stoked. It's probably about 350, 400 horsepower. It's a good time. First test drive. Made it here. It's good success. Oh, I just live right up the road, but just fresh engine, ready to make some changes and stuff. Yeah. Should have, cleaned it off so I could see. But
good luck with it, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. Try to take this thing for a little bit of a rip here and put the speed down. I don't know what kind of brakes he's got on this thing, but we'll find out if they're okay. They're not terrible. My laptop's gonna fly across the screen. All right, let's go. This thing over one more time for oil leaks. I gotta wash it, get the hood put back on it, and then my buddy can come pick it up. So it's a barn find, or it was, right at the beginning of this whole process. So welcome back to Little Stu's Restoration. You didn't put bugs in here, did you? No. They're pretty well gone, I think. You don't want any bugs. Wow. It looks like what it looked like when I did a burnout in there a couple years ago.
This might be smokier than that.
Yeah, probably. Because it doesn't smoke on diesel. We were driving down the road looking like goons with our flashlights shining behind us so we could see if we were smoking the neighborhood out. And we weren't. And it did a burnout. But man, I was slow. I was tired. I was up till like 4 in the morning getting the interior done on this thing. And I don't think I really filmed much of it. So the interior's done. The exterior's done. The car's, it's done.
Yeah, I didn't see any cars come. I think you got clear.
on stuff, and I just supervise most of the time. Little Stu's been doing great, made it all the way here. We just shredded the RX-8 at the Deals Gap on the Dragon for a bunch of times, tried to burn the brakes in. And the FD, the heater core, of all things, exploded. Calvin ripped the Cosmo on the Dragon, lots of smiles per gallon. Didn't quite, he got on the sidewall pretty good. It's crazy, right? GTR, RX-8, same track. 10 years newer, probably, that GTR. And we're hanging right here on his bumper, having a good time. Look at the body roll on that thing. All right, I'll take a pass right here. I love driving on racetracks. This is just fun. We don't even have to be setting records. It's just fun to be out here driving a car, shredding some chicanes, pinned in third gear, you know, running away from Corvettes 350Zs. Do a nice burnout for you here. Spend my couple $1,000s worth of tires.
Oh, that looks good in the mirror.
Man, what a journey it has been, 2022. It's crazy, as I went back and edited all of that all of that stuff happened in the course of this year. Literally from selling the rally car, building the black FD, doing Little Stu, which was basically a full first-gen restoration in less than 2 weeks, kind of, from tearing it down 2021 to then getting it back in 2022 and making it to Deals Gap this year. It has been crazy. the journey we have gone, and insane as well that the RX-8 survived the whole year. Literally, everybody said your RX-8's going to blow up. It's the worst car ever. And here's the old green RX-8, the green machine. Made it 7 or 8 track days this year. Super crazy temperatures. And I'm telling you guys, for the amount of money I got tied up in that thing, which is not a lot, very much not a lot, you can't really bargain for how much, or you can't have that much fun for that much of a bargain in a car these days. So don't sleep on the RX-8s. I know the people watching this video down in the future are going to be like, oh my gosh, they're so hard to find. Well, hey, go get one right now because they're good. So what does 2023 have in store for this little tiny shop, this little block building here in Middle Tennessee? Well, you guys have seen a couple videos already. We've started on Death Trap. So this is a car that is effectively going to replace the RX-8 as my primary drive on the track, content, tear it up car for the year. Now, don't be afraid, RX-8 guys, because the RX-8 isn't leaving. We're just going to use, or I'm going to use the RX-8 as a, quote, bring my friends to the track with me car. Okay? My dad, never driven on a track. A bunch of my buddies have cars that they're either too afraid to drive on the track, the car's not safe to drive on the track, or they're just wanting to learn and the car that they've built for the street isn't really set up for it. So the RX-8's perfect in its form right now. Stock, alignment, brakes, safety equipment. We're going to put a harness bar and a seat in it for this year. But other than that, expect to see some fun novice drivers jump in that car and experience their first track day. Like, what better of a car to do that in than an RX-8, which is one of the safest cars on the track. So that will stay here. We are going to keep driving it. And it's probably going to do a little bit faster time. Maybe I'll take it out for a session or two. But ultimately, why not build a death trap of a first gen? I've kind of gotten over my fear of wadding up one of these cars on the track. Meaning, in my opinion, don't take a car to the track that you're not willing to crash, because you're not going to get the same experience out of it, especially if you're trying to push the limits, if you're not willing to kind of write the car off. You know, your best lap times come at the limit, and you can't be at the limit if you're afraid of losing your car. So we've got Death Trap. We're going to make this thing an animal, right? We're going to do aero. It's already got a big nasty turbo on it. We're cutting the fuel tank up to put a sumped in-tank fuel pump and stuff in it. Fixing some rust, as you can see, and basically I'm about 3 steps from wanting to put this thing on the rotisserie. So if you don't know, when I built my rally car, we flipped it upside down, restored the bottom top, every square millimeter of that thing, and I don't really want to do that for this, but it's like so hard. My OCD wants to just fix it all right the first time. But anyways, we're going to get this thing going. This thing should be a freaking animal. Hybrid T2 block, big turbo. It should, you know, respectable 300, 350 horsepower, and we'll probably grenade that rear end and have to put a new rear end under it. It'll be on sticky tires. This car is going to be epic. And the next big plans for 2023, I'm not going to unveil kind of all of them yet, but my biggest goals in life as a person, as me, and this year there's been some stuff happen in my personal life that has, you know, pushed me to just live out your dreams while you can. You never know if tomorrow is going to be there, right? So my goal in life has always been to build hot rods and race off-road rally. So we've got a race car for the track. We're building a hot rod. This thing is going to be scary as all get out, and I'm excited to try to wrap my hands around driving this thing fast at the track. But that second part, go race rally, go race cars, I'm trying to put together a rally program. I found some old vintage cars, which is what I want to try to race. I don't really want to go build a new Subaru or anything like that, because that stuff gets super expensive. I think we're going to try to push to do a grassroots kind of 1 or 2 or maybe 3 rallies this year. I got to find a car. We've got to build the car. And there's a couple other projects that are going to hit before deals gap, where, you know, this car obviously needs to be finished. It will be finished this month, and you guys may not see a video on it for a while. I kind of want to get it all painted and get most of this dumb stuff done before we start doing the regular, you know, like stuff that's relevant. Expect to see a couple more cars come through here, get some cool stuff done, some extra cash for me. The more of you guys that share these videos, watch these videos, share it with your friends, the faster we can get going on a grassroots rally program. And trust me, I've got a line on a rear-wheel drive car. It's got a Weber carburetor, and it is going to be a super sick, limited two-wheel drive. Run at some Ford Fiesta STs this summer and see if we can't keep up in a rear-wheel drive machine, a real wheel drive machine on some gravel roads, and get back to what, you know, what I really wanted RX-7s for, and what inspired me to get into RX-7s in the first place really is dirt bikes and rod milling. So with that, I want to thank you guys so much for all the support this year, watching the videos, sharing the videos. Don't worry, there's still going to be tons of rad formational stuff as well. So comment any questions you have. Those videos kind of come up as either I learned something new or one of you guys needs to learn something new. So the more you guys comment, the more you guys ask questions, the more of those cool videos I can make and direct you to those videos. But for now, guys, have a wonderful New Year. Have a wonderful rest of your day today. 2023 is going to be epic, and I am excited for, you know, what the channel has the potential to grow to, right? This rad potential. We've got all the potential. We're going to build this thing into something cool, and I am excited to keep it rad for another year. So with that, peace, guys. Keep it rad. We'll see you guys in the next one. Get fired up because I typically don't take days off, and I got some buddies coming down to Nashville, number 4 place in the world to celebrate New Year's, and we're going to go celebrate. Let's find this dog. What are you doing? You're digging in the hole somewhere, aren't you? That's why you couldn't hear me when I was over by the shop. You were over on the other side of the house. Hey, are you excited for 2023? Yeah? You ready to do some rallying 2023? Yeah? Ready to jump some cars 2023? Yeah? Okay, you can go back to digging your hole. Peace, guys. What? What? Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You too. The viewers like to meet you. Nice to meet the viewers. Come on. Oh, you too. Okay, have fun.